Hello, my name is Mr. Constantin Seme Omgba from Cameroon, as you already know. Today, I want us to continue our journey, which consists in sharing with you a few secrets in how you can best understand spoken English as done by native speakers. When they speak, they put a lot of sounds together, they cause many problems. So today, I want to help you. I was a learner, I was once a learner. I know some of the problems that you learners have, so that's why I wanted to come up with some of these videos. I made a whole series, this is going to be the fourth lesson of this series, and I hope it's going to help you. I hope you're going to, this awareness I'm trying to create in your mind is going to help you because there are some of the things that you need to know, and when you know them, there's going to be some problems too. So let's look at this fourth lesson. I've given you a few secrets from lesson 1 to lesson 4 where we are now. So I'm going to start a new lesson. And here I'm going to give you a new, if I can call it equation, something that's going to help you, something you should kind of master, something that you just need to practice. All you have to do is the practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. And if you work, I promise you things are going to be better. I promise you. If you hear what I'm saying, I promise you, look at the previous lesson, watch the previous, you can understand what I'm saying. I promise you, and you're going to understand the process. So let's go. Now we have z, sound z, plus sound e, which you already know. It gives you as in, you know, pleasure, pleasure, or rouge, rouge. So here, what we have z, and it gives you, you hear what I'm saying? It gives you, it gives you, for example, that's the first example. I didn't even know I was already giving you an example. It gives you, but since you have z, when I say it gives and you, it gives, you have, it gives you. So when you have z and y, it gives you j. But I have to say something. That the j sound is not very common in English. It's not very common in English. It's mostly found in words that English borrowed from other languages, mostly from French. Okay? Because in French this sound really abounds. So let's look at the first one. The first example, the second, it's going to be the second. if we try to count, but that's going to be the second, but it's going to be the first as well because I'm counting from 1 to 5. So from this, from lesson 1 to lesson 5, I give 5 examples. So since I've already given one, this is going to be like the second one. And I just want to quote Mr. Obama in his race for education speech. I heard him say, um, when I was young, I lived in Indonesia for a few years. What are you saying? When I was young, I lived in Indonesia for a few years. When I was young, I lived in Indonesia for a few years. Let's look at this. Number 1. When I was young. See it? Let's take it again. When I was young. Number 2. Where's your father? Where's your father? Number 3. Who's your mother? Who's your mother? And number 4. Today, je dais. Okay. And number 5. She says yes. Okay. She says yes. Uh-huh. Look at this. Sometimes when you hear this, man, when you're learning English, you're going to ask yourself, what are these people saying? When I was young, let me quote President Obama again. When I was young, I lived in Indonesia for a few years. When I was young, I lived in Indonesia for a few years. But man, no native speaker is going to speak like that. It's just impossible. But that's how we taught English in most of our EFL context. Words spoken one after the other, but no native speaker is going to speak like that. It is impossible. So many as you learn English, be you in Pakistan, Russia, I don't know, Brazil, Cambodia, any other country, please try to learn how to speak connectedly. It's all about connected speech. That's why in this series is titled How to Understand Connected Speech. So let's go to number 1 again. When I was young, please try to speak after me. When I was young, try to make the sound, please, and speak after me. When I was young, when I was young, when I was young, when I was young. This sounds funny, this sounds weird, this sounds bizarre, but unfortunately, that's how it is. That's how things happen when native speakers speak their language. So please try this. When I was young, when I was young. So the day President Obama says, when I was young, again, you're going to understand. But if you don't practice this, it's going to be kind of difficult for you, man. Please practice, I'm telling you now. Okay? It's going to help you, I promise you. I promise you. You understand that? It's going to help you, I promise you. Let's go to number 2. Where's your father? Hey, where's your father? Hey, tell me, where's your father? Where's your father? Where's your father? Where's your father? You may hear, your father? What is this? What's this man saying? What's your father? Hey, he thinks my father is called Joe? No, it's not Joe. No, Joe is not here. My father is not called Joe. No. Where's your father? Where is your father? But since you have z, when you say is, you have z, and he gives you j. He gives you j. Where's your father? Number 3. Who's your mother? Hey, who's your mother? Who's your mother? Maybe this man thinks my mother is called Jo. Jo. No, my mother's not called Jo. Please, my mother's not called Jo. My mother is called Mary. This man doesn't want to know their mother's name. He's just asking where your mother is. Please, work on this, because if you don't, you're always going to fall into trouble when they're speakers are speaking to you. You're going to spend time thinking, before you can say, oh my God, so this is what you mean, oh my God. Number 3. Number 4 instead. Today's your day, man. Today's your day. You're very lucky. Today's your day. I can see everything you do today. You're just lucky. Everything's just going well. Today's your day. Today is your day. But when they speak in a natural way, it's going to be today's your day. So please practice this. Last one. She says yes. What does your mother say? She says yes. She says yes. She says yes. Try to practice this. She says yes. She says yes. Okay. Says yes. Says yes is the name of our association. So this man wants to be part of our association. This man doesn't want to be part of the association. He's just saying, she says yes, which is a natural speech. She says yes. So please, I want you to practice this. I'm just trying to create awareness in you. You may not do this, but at least if you know this does exist, someone is going to help you. So I promise you, if you work on this, man, you're going to succeed. God bless you. And I promise you, everything's going to be hard. Just if you work hard. Remember the American dream. I know I can be where I want to be. If I work hard, if I work